Good afternoon. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com and welcome. Welcome to a market call I'm doing here today. It's about 2:45 on Monday, July 1st, first month of the year, of the first day of the month. And, interestingly enough, the market held fairly well today. Okay, now we're coming in and looks like we're going to close here with a little bit of a topping tail. But for all intents and purposes, we held, okay? The thing is that this starts to get really sloppy if we don't close today above this area. And I don't know where we're going to close yet. Okay, we didn't close. We still have an hour left in the day, and the market could rally up here still yet green. It's not that far. The range is 72 to 72.16. If we close today between 72 and 70.16, it's a 16-cent range, but this is what it is. If we close in that range, we are not going to come back down in here. Now, after the pull-in that happened here from this gap and the fall through, for the short term, we were bearish, and I thought that we could possibly retest all the way down here into the summer months before we go higher, around 66, 65.50. That would still be bullish in the long term. But I was thinking that we would be really sloppy and in a shorter term downtrend if we broke 69. We'd trade down in here and we'd retest the 200 and would wiggle and jiggle around and be sloppy. Why would we be sloppy? Because in the longer term, we're still in an uptrend. And this would only be for a short term time frame to come down in here bearish. Now, that being said, we didn't follow through on Friday. I thought we'd trade red and come in. We did only until 10 o'clock reversal time, and we flipped. This was a failure in a daily sell setup, and every day was a weak hold in here. You could have looked at that one of two ways. First, you could have looked at it, the weak hold, as bearish, or you could have looked at the weak hold as strong, meaning trying to hold, wanting to hold. Okay? It was clear, though, that Friday that we wanted to hold and we were going to hold, and we did hold, because we could have very easily traded down all day red. I expected that to happen. We did it hard and fast the first 30 minutes. Helped my shorts out of the gate, but flipped, okay? When we gapped up today, I said the target was 72.16. We actually got over it. We actually went all the way up to 72.30. Next number was 72.40, 72.50, 72.60. I didn't think we'd really get up there today, okay? But I thought that we would close green and squishy, squishy, squishy up here. We have to close today over that gap in order to secure us not wiggling and jiggling around like a messy, sloppy trading action this summer. And I don't know if we're going to do it. We got an hour left. We'll see. There's still a chance that at 3 o'clock, okay, we hold and come up in here and trade back and close up here. Okay, that still very well could happen. And if it does not happen, then we still have the potential to come in and retest the 200 and still will do that. So if we close today on this gap up in between 72 and 72.16, there's a chance the market will hold up in here and that this pull-in that happened is the only one. Why am I saying that? Because the gap that happened and flipped and the sell setup that flipped and failed on Friday came into an area here. This could be a brand new support area for the market that might hold and push us higher. We're going to be higher either way this year unless we gap down into a certain area, which I'm not going to go over here. But the bottom line is we're still in an uptrend. It's just how strong are we going to hold? We're either going to hold here, which would be strong, and if we close above that area I'm talking about today, we're going to do it sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we still have the opportunity to come down in here and chop around. And I think we could chop around and come all the way in here because people are going to think that we're really coming in hard, but we're still not going to. Why? We're in an uptrend. The overall trend is bullish. And at any given point in time, whenever people feel like it, buying's going to come into the market. I think it's more likely it comes in when we aggressively trade down into the 200 that there's some serious buying that'll come into the market there. But, this could happen any day. When power wants to come in, it doesn't have to give you a hint of a clue of a boop. Okay? It'll just do it. And we did come down in here and held on Friday. The flip held an area that's real. Right in here. It doesn't have to break this. This could hold, and it could carry through higher. I want to see how we close today. I'll feel a lot better about that happening sooner rather than later if we close between 72 and 72.16 today. If we don't do that, if we do not do that, then we're probably going to squiggle and jiggle around down in here. We're going to go wee-hee-hee, and we're going to be all over the place in here, squishy, batting around. And if we break 69, we're definitely going to come down in here into this area. And we're going to come down in here. And maybe that's where the real full force buying comes in. But either way, we are not in a downtrend in the bigger picture. We are still in an uptrend in the bigger picture. And the failure of the sell setup that happened on Friday confirmed that. And it's just, are we going to be trading clean and pretty trading will be higher into here, into the summer. Or a nice, clean, pretty gap down that has to be at a certain spot in a certain area at a certain price to flip us. I think that's low odds of happening. It could certainly happen. Otherwise, we're going to be batting around in here if we don't get some confirmation of the strength. And I think people are kind of waiting on the sidelines. It's a holiday week. We'll have to see what happens. There is some data out this week. We'll see if the market reacts to it or not. Today we traded over the area. That's a teeny weeny sign. I love 100% conviction we're higher here immediately until we trade aggressively up here and close strong on the day. And we may not do it. We may just close looking like this. I want to see us close up here. We'll see if we can do it. We got an hour left. So this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com. It's almost 3 o'clock on Monday, July 1st. If you have any questions or would like more information, please feel free to reach out to me and email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks and have a great day.